Fix the World podcast with Sam and Katie.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fix the World podcast. My name's Sam Avery and I'm here with my co-host,
Katie Tracy. Woo! Hi, everyone.
Is everyone all right? You can't answer back.
No.
It doesn't work like
we'll
that.
just assume that you are. Football season's back, so most of you should be happy with that.
And the restrictions are starting to be lifted, or have been lifted.
Yeah.
I've just spent a week in Butlins, and I got there, I thought I'll wear my mask for a bit. And no one was wearing masks, so I just didn't wear a mask for the whole week.
Didn't you? Good.
Yeah, because I think...
Did you win the Knobbly Knees competition or the Sexy Legs competition?
I didn't enter either, because it would have been unfair on the other competitors.
Maybe they've combined both now as like a body positivity.
Sexy knees.
Yeah.
I don't think I've got sexy knees, but I was
Knobbly
told...
legs.
Knobbly legs.
I'd win that.
Some kind of freak show, like a Victorian one. I got told I had sexy hands once. I don't know if I do have sexy hands. I think it just... some girls told me I had
How do
sexy
you
hands.
define sexy hands?
I don't know. I've got really pathetic hands.
I've got hands like Mary Berry. Look like a pterodactyl.
Look at those wrists.
They
They're
are.
absolutely
Slender wrists.
They could snap like a kid could snap them.
Like a pianist. I said
A
pianist.
pianist. Yeah, I could play the piano if I'd just put the effort in and started learning about 40
So
years
many
ago.
things we all could have done if we put the effort in.
Is there anything in your life you think you could do if you put the effort in?
Opera singing.
Opera singing? Really?
Straight away.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What level? Not tenor, because that's the...
I'm
is that the
talking like
fellas?
soprano.
Oh, yeah.
Like the woman on the Barcelona. That.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think if someone had have had the foresight when I was a small child to realise I wasn't tone deaf and send me to be an opera singer, or tennis.
Oh, tennis?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you play tennis?
I haven't played tennis for a while, but me and Crystal are joining this. My friends, we're joining a tennis club.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I play squash quite regularly.
Squash
I love
is good,
that.
because you can just twat it, can't you?
Well, I thought I'd be frightened of it the first time I only started playing a couple of years ago, and I was like, my fella was like, come and play squash, you'll like it. And I was like, Nees hasn't played for years, but he used to love it. I was like, I'm frightened of the ball. And he was like, what, this ball? Like squeezing it. I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I think it'd be okay. And I went and I was shit hot at it. I am quite good at squash.
That's good. It's a good game, isn't it? You get a proper sweat on.
And I had to stop playing because I got a cataract.
Oh, God.
And the ball kept hitting me.
That's not fair, is it? If you've got one eye, that's fooked.
No.
I used to play with a lad who used to live downstairs from me. I'm still mates with him now, and I just battered him every week. We used to play like dead early in the morning. I used to batter him. And he loved squash, but he was terrible at it. So he joined the club, and he started getting lessons, and he started getting better, and he started getting better. And I still used to batter him. And I used to batter him and batter him. And then one day, he beat me. And then I just got really annoyed and started battering him even more. And then it got to the point where he beat me again, and then I couldn't beat him. And now he's in a league. He still plays, and he keeps saying, "You fancy a game?" And I'm like, "Mate, I've not played for like 6 years." And
I'm one of them players in any sport, though. You know, like the shot that you shouldn't be able to get, but you do. Or like when you're playing pool and you put like 3 balls by accident.
Yeah.
I'm that player.
Oh, yeah.
If I intend to do something, I won't do it.
Yeah. But
So when I play against me fella, I'll get these shots and he'll be like bouncing off the wall going, "You bitch." So then as revenge, he'll then whack the ball so it bounces off all 4 balls. And I'm just like, no, sorry,
Can't
stop
compete.
in there. Can't do that one.
can't compete with the trick shots.
Yeah.
Do you get angry then when you miss a shot or lose a point?
No.
No.
I only ever get angry in the car.
Oh, I used to really scream at squash. I mean, my mate played once, and there was a Pilates class on the next squash court, and every time we missed a shot, we were just screaming and effing and jeffing and dropping C-bombs left, right and centre. And a couple of times the ball actually went up because we just whacked it and it just went into the other squash court. And at the end, the Pilates class was very annoyed because we did
meant to be
ruin
relaxing.
the vibe.
Yeah.
We were just screaming and shouting.
How are they meant to control the core when they're trying to...
You fucking
Not-
bastard! Yeah.
What's the thing you think you could do without, if you'd have been given the option as a...
Do you know what? I have got this weird misplaced confidence in most things initially, and I think I could probably do anything if I put my mind to it. And then,
Wow.
And no, but let me follow that up. And then I sort of take a couple of seconds to think about it and go, oh no, I'd be absolutely shit at that. Like acting, I think acting would be dead easy, but then I've tried to act and I can't do it. It's dead hard. It's dead hard.
I studied acting and I don't think it's hard.
Right.
Which is probably why I'm not a professional actress. But I always think it's just pretending.
Yeah.
So it's something that all kids can pretend, and it's something you grow out of.
Oh, that's a good
It's
way of
just
looking at
having
it.
that childlike
Yeah.
approach to things where you go, I don't believe in the method, for instance. I don't believe in because you're playing a blind person that you have to walk around with a blindfold on and you get yourself into danger.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Just imagine what it's like to be blind.
Just pretend.
Pretend.
Just shut your eyes for a bit when you're doing your bit.
I fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I think it's probably something that I've got loads of admiration for. When I think I can do something, and then like I'll listen to an interview with like an actor and they'll talk about like either their approach or their methods or something, and then I'll go, oh, that sounds dead hard. I can't be arsed with that. But then people probably think that about comedy, don't they? In fact, a lot of people think that about comedy. They go, oh, looks dead easy that. I could do that, or my mate could do that. He's dead funny.
But people say to me, oh, I can't believe you do that. And I go, well, can you make your mates laugh?
Yeah, that's all it is.
It's just taking that step outside that comfort zone and having balls to go on stage and go, well, if you don't laugh, you're not my mate, so I'll never have to see you all again.
Yeah.
Whereas if you do it in front of your mates and they don't laugh, you're like, oh, God.
It's
I'm
the
going to
worst.
Zumba with them next week. I feel ashamed.
I'm going to have to drink up and leave now. Can't finish my game of pool. The thing about comedy, is, you know, when you're like hosting or like chatting to the audience and people say, how do you improvise on the spot? How do you think stuff up on the spot? And I always say, that's what every conversation you've ever had in your life is. It's just that this is not scripted, is it? You don't go home and say, oh, what's for tea? Oh, it's beef. It's like looking at the wrong script. Oh, it says chicken on this one. It's
and then they will go, oh, yeah, well, it's easy for him to say, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. I'd love to like devote myself to something and actually throw myself headlong into like learning something, but I just don't have the time or the effort. Or
A couple of years ago, I bought an acoustic guitar
Oh, yeah.
and that book, Guitar for Dummies, and both of them just gathered dust. I was convinced I'd be like the next acoustic act.
Yeah, like like an Ed Sheeran style.
Oh,
I don't know any acoustic
Jesus
acts.
Christ, do not mention his name.
He's horrible, isn't he? Do you know that's the great thing about the death of radio is that I don't know any Ed Sheeran songs. Whereas I used to listen to Radio 1 when I was younger all the time, and
I do listen to Radio 1.
Still?
Yeah.
Sorry, that sounded really horrible.
I am down with the kids, I am. But I am that bad that when Ed Sheeran comes on, I don't even change channel. I have to turn the radio off and just be mad.
Yeah, scream.
He's a very talented lad. I don't actually think that he's not. He's just so much not my cup of tea that it makes me angry that he's even being offered to me as a cup of tea.
I don't even want a cup of tea. I don't even want this brew.
I don't even want a cup. I don't even want water.
I was actually in the mood for Iron Brew, and you brought Ed Sheeran along. Yeah, I think I always look back from when I was younger and think I should have started learning something when I was like 6, 7.
Yeah.
I went to jiu-jitsu for like 3 weeks because the Karate Kid had been on, and I wanted to be like the Karate Kid, so I went to jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu teachers always like weird though.
Oh yeah, we had this big, it was Sensei they're called. We had this big fat fella. He looked like Big Daddy. And not wrong with being fat. Well, I mean, obviously it's not great for your health. But he was trying to teach like discipline and all that, and he was just like, he just looked so out of shape.
Yeah.
Then
Practice what you preach.
It was only £1.50.
Sensei.
Yeah. Sensei hit the gym. I remember once we were all there was loads of kids like me who just wanted to be like the Karate Kid, and obviously jiu-jitsu is
Did
not.
you just
it's not
literally want to
karate.
just stand there like that for half an hour and not fight anyone?
That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
The crane, and also just kick the bully in the face.
Did Mickey Creosote's fence?
Yeah, he had us grout in his bathroom. Yeah, grout on, grout off. But
Kids, don't go into your sensei's bathroom. It's not appropriate.
stay away.
Yeah.
That is not part of the syllabus. And if he takes his brown belt off, leg it.
Yeah.
He said to us, there was loads of us just messing about because we just didn't want to learn. We just didn't care. And we pestered our parents. They bought us the suits. And so we had to kind of commit for another few weeks. And we were messing about. And he said, listen, you're not here to mess about. You're here to learn jiu-jitsu. If you want to mess about, go over there. And he was expecting us all to fall in line. But about 15 of us just went, sound? And we all just went over there and fucked about. And I remember this one lad was on all fours barking like a dog. And I was just jumping around. And the sensei's face, he couldn't have looked more disappointed.
Oh, remember when my lad was little, this fella knocked at the door, and he was from a dojo in Fazakerley, which is like the biggest oxymoron I've ever heard in my life. So he knocked at the door, and I opened the door, and he was like, I'm recruiting for my dojo. And my son was like there, and he was like, his eyes lit up, and I was like, oh God. He's like, can I come in and tell you about it? And I just felt like dead awkward, so I let him come in. And he was just like, it's, you knew before he even opened his mouth that he was into martial arts, one of those people. And he sat on the couch, and I was like, he's going, so I'm just giving out his, I was like, well, you could have just, I was like, he was going, do you mind if I kind of trouble you for a glass of water? And I was like,
Oh, God.
this is how like murder-suicide starts, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was like, and he's got deadly weapons on the end of his arms there, so I'm going to have to go and boil a kettle and just hit him with it. I don't know what's going to happen. I managed to get him out the house and persuade my son that he didn't want to do martial arts.
Yeah, he didn't want to do martial arts, and actually, son, he was from the Jehovah's Witnesses. He was just pretending to be from a dojo because he thought that was less scary than Jesus. Yeah. We should say, by the way, this is like a freestyle episode.
Yeah.
We're not actually fixing anything.
We're going rogue.
We've gone off grid.
Yeah.
Off piste. Can I tell you something
We're
that
sick
happened
of
to me?
fixing your shit. We're not.
We're sick of it. Fix your own bollocks. No, we do enjoy it. Can I tell you something that happened to me last night?
Please do.
I got drunk. We're recording this on a Monday. It was a Sunday night. I got drunk, and I don't often get drunk on a Sunday night. And I got in. I was quite late. I was trying to find a McDonald's. Only the drive-through was open. So I tried to join the queue on foot. And I actually got to the speaker, and they just said, you've got to have a car. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I was tempted to get an Uber and go through the
What kind
drive-through.
of world? Why didn't you just do Uber Eats when you got home?
Oh, do you know what I should have done? But then I started walking for ages, and then I got an Uber. And by the time I got home, I was like, do you know what? Balls to this. I'm having cheese on toast. I'm going to put some little bits of ham under the cheese, and then I'm going to put crisps on top of the cheese, and then I'm going to squeeze the 2 bits of cheese on toast together, and I'm going to eat like a king. And I put the cheese on toast under the grill, and I was fucking about on my phone, just reading nonsense.
Oh, I burnt it.
And the fucking smoke alarm went off, and it was like
You
12:30,
arsehole.
and I was like, no. And I tried to, the snooze button or whatever it's called. It's not a snooze button, is it, on a on a smoke machine?
Snooze button.
What do you call it?
5 more minutes, I can cope.
Yeah, I'll be all right. The smoke is only at the bottom of the room
It's
right
only
now.
ankle high. I'm all right for now.
It's not got to the plastics yet.
No, I do have a stick to snooze me smoke alarm
No,
next to the bed.
yeah,
So
but
I don't even have to get out of bed.
Oh, that's
Just
amazing.
like snooze.
That's a JML
Yeah.
job, that, isn't it, surely.
I think I got it from the Better Way.
Okay. Still need to read that.
Snooze
Better Way.
stick.
Yeah, the Better Way cat. We should do an episode on the Better Way catalogue, won't we?
That can't be fixed.
That
It's
can't be fixed.
absolutely
It's
perfect,
perfect.
the way it is.
Perfect. Anyway, the smoke alarm went off. My wife jumped up, fuming. My kids woke up, crying. I'm pissed, trying to say, it's all right, everyone. It's all right. The house isn't on fire. It's just me cheese on toast, which actually made my wife more angry than if the house was on fire. If I had set fire to the sofa, she probably would have gone, all right, fair enough. Let's get out. And I think fear would have been the overriding emotion, but she was just fuming with me. And so I said sorry to everyone. I went and ate my cheese on toast. I got into bed, and then one of my lads got into bed with us. So my wife said, you're going to have to go and sleep somewhere else, which was clearly connected to the cheese on toast
Yeah,
incident,
yeah.
not the child in the bed. So
Reap what you sow, Sam.
yeah, it's my own fault. So I went and slept on the sofa, and that was uncomfortable. So then I got on the floor of the living room. I was lying there.
Amazing.
And I was lying there, and I was pissed, and I was angry with myself, but also with the smoke alarm, because that smoke alarm is so sensitive. It's like when you're treading on eggshells with a
It's
person.
meant to be.
It's I suppose it is meant
It's
to
a
be.
life-saving device.
It is, but it could have looked the other way just this once. You should have understood that I was just making
Yeah.
cheese on toast.
Should be a setting.
Should be a-
snack setting.
Snack-
Drunken snack setting.
Yeah,
That's a JML.
That's a
how
fix.
We've just fixed smoke
we
alarms.
said we weren't going to fix anything in this episode, but we just have. That's how good we are. We
Get
fix
in
things.
from a night out, put your smoke alarm onto drunken snack setting.
It gives you 20 minutes of
Burn
grace.
the fucking house down. When my fella gets in drunk, he doesn't cook anything, but he'll come in with food, and he'll always. I've never seen the lads eat any item of food without dropping a tiny bit on the floor.
Oh, it's one of them.
Because he's the youngest of 4 lads, so he eats as though a big like balaclavaed group of men with guns are going to come in and take his food out of his hand.
Come and nick his kebab.
So everything he eats, he eats it and he always ends up dropping it. So I would prefer a fire to get rid of that mess than have to come down the following morning and just have to hoover bits of fried rice out of the rug.
Oh, those cold bits of rice, they get really sticky, don't they?
Mm.
They are, hard to get rid of. But so I've been in the doghouse all night. But I was lying there, I was really angry.
Deserved.
I was really angry with myself, but I sort of, in my head, because I was pissed, I was angry with my wife for being angry with me.
Projected your anger.
She was totally in the right to be angry with me. So when she woke up this morning, because she was getting up that early to go to work this morning, and I just fucked the night up. She got in the shower, and I made a pot of coffee and left it on the side for her. And I wrote on the back of a bank statement in crayon, "Sorry," with a kiss. And that was enough. That was enough for her.
And then the credits rolled.
That's it. Fade to black. End scene.
What you could have done to put the icing on the cake was turn on the tap while she was in the shower.
Oh,
Ours
fuck.
is
Well,
connected.
I did have to make the coffee. And I was like doing that. I was doing just like on and off dead quick so it wouldn't really
The
blast
whole
her.
range of temperatures.
A rainbow of burns. Why do they do that? Why can't they have different, like, I don't know. It's a pipe issue, isn't it?
This is when we should have stuck to plumbing as children. We would know that. We would know the answer to that.
Plumbing. That's something you could really make a lot of money from, apparently. Plumbing.
Yeah.
It's not something I want to do. I know someone who works in sewage removal, and they told me that they were wearing, like, they have to wear this big, like, hazmat suit sometimes because they're going down, like, manholes and stuff. And something broke. I can't remember the exact story, but something broke and this pipe just went fucking haywire and went everywhere. And he actually got it in the mouth, this, like, raw sewage.
Weight loss journey.
And I was like,
Little claim.
Yeah.
Get skinny. Use the compo to take yourself off on holiday.
Skinny Winnie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you did that, but that's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
So maybe that's a job I could
I'm not
do.
going to go and eat shit to lose weight. I'll try not to do
I'd
that.
rather stay fat, to be honest.
Don't know.
I don't really want to do that. But yeah, I think I'm going to have a week off the booze.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
We were talking about that, weren't we? Beer fear.
The beer fear.
Because I went to a party on Saturday and I got in at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, that's late.
And I've just been reevaluating my life ever since, to be honest with
It's
you.
horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. Just like, yeah, I just like staring into the middle distance and just thinking about all my choices.
I was talking to my
Where
son
I am.
before and he went, "Why is your head shaking?" And I was like, "Oh my God, it was that much I had to drink."
You just, what, you mean like a shake, involuntary shake?
Like a little, like a... I'm Googling it. Don't Google that, everyone. Because,
Google shakes. Yeah.
Anyway, it's probably just terrible dehydration.
You know what you need? You need a drink.
Oh.
But that's that's how it all begins, isn't it?
Don't. I'm easily led down the garden path.
Yeah. The shakes are horrible though, but they come and go, don't they? The beer fee is weird though because, like, what is that? Is it dehydration? Is
I
it?
think I don't know. I just think like you question your behaviour when you've had a drink.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was quite well behaved this time.
I had to leave where I was because there was loads of comics. I went to watch a live podcast show last night, and a comic, Rob Thomas, Scouse comic, started doing. I thought he was doing squats, but I think he was doing benches.
Oh, like that man on Magaluf Strip.
Possibly,
There's
probably.
a bouncer on Magaluf Strip, and you give him €5 and you bench press one of your mates.
Jesus Christ!
He couldn't do it to me.
Did you try?
He just said no. Just looked at me and went no.
Yeah. Is it like when you go to get your car washed and it's like dead dirty and they go £5, sorry, £10?
Yeah,
I don't know why I did a slightly racist accent there. It's just that's how the guy talks
Yeah.
who washes our car.
I wasn't going to ask him to bench press me anyway.
I
I
don't
mean,
wanna
I've
be
got my
bench pressed.
dignity.
Yeah.
Even after a couple of fish bowls. I know my limits. I know other people's limits. No one's picking me up.
I don't want to be bench pressed by another human. I'm not a wrestler.
It's a spectacle, though.
I suppose it is.
It is a good spectacle.
It's not a spectacle that I want to be part of.
No.
I just like getting home from a night out and just asking myself all the questions. Did I do anything? Is someone just wandered in? I think they have,
It's
yeah.
just,
It's all right. Got to be real.
yeah.
We're in a room and someone just walked in
They just peeped.
and they've just walked out. I think he's from
What's
a
the past
dojo.
tense? No, peeped is the past tense of peep, isn't it? I was going to say pepped.
He peaked. Could you say that?
Peaked?
No, because that sounds like he peaked too soon.
Oh, I hate that. That gives me the creeps when someone says, "Ooh, stop peeking." Ugh.
Stop peeking.
Why? It's horrible. Don't say it.
What do they mean by that? Do they mean just being good?
Stop looking.
Oh, peeking like that. No,
Peeking?
don't. Oh, peak.
Oh, like in your peak, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can't stop peaking. I'll be in my peak for a long time.
My peak is yet to come. I
You
think.
might have peaked already and you don't even know it.
Oh God, that's depressing, isn't it? Yeah, I peaked and I didn't even enjoy it because at the time I thought I was troughing, but I was at my best.
know.
I was at my pinnacle.
What if it reached me peak during lockdown and no one witnessed it? That would be a terrible shame.
It was a Thursday. It was about 2:30. I was hoovering up, and I did behind the sofa for the first time in 12 years, and that was
Yeah.
my peak.
Yeah.
That was my moment.
But my skating boards, I'll never forget
my
what they
God.
look like.
Have you ever cleaned behind your fridge? That's a very personal question to ask, but have you?
Is that a euphemism or do you mean
It does
your
sound
fridge?
that way, doesn't it? the best non-euphemism I ever heard
No,
was
like what part of your body would you call your fridge?
your ass. No, that doesn't work. Does it? Behind your fridge could mean In fact, let me tell you this. We went away last week. We went to Butlins. And me and Rachel, my wife, we bought loads of cheese to just eat when the kids went to bed with some wine, like cheese and wine and some crackers. And we had this really stinky camembert. And every time you opened the fridge, it just stank. And then a euphemism developed over the holiday when you'd farted. Or if you'd farted, it was like, did you fart or did you just open the fridge? So then it was like, oh, sorry, I've just opened the fridge. I wouldn't go over there if I were you. And that worked. So maybe
That'll
fridge
work
could
now.
be
Years to
arse.
come.
But the best non-euphemism I heard a couple of months ago, someone said to me, she looks like she knows her way around Debenhams. Doesn't mean anything.
All the
except
departments.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'd be up and down those escalators like a rat up a drain pipe. Just makes no sense. Debenhams was also closed down in Liverpool, so
Oh, I know.
where's she going to know her way around now? I don't know.
She'll find somewhere.
But let me get back to that question. Have you cleaned behind your fridge recently?
I had to. I tell you when I had to do at lockdown because we had a load of beer bottles in the fridge because everyone was just on it big time, weren't they?
Yeah.
And I pulled a bottle out and there was just a cascade of beer bottles. And only one smashed, but it went everywhere and it went all under the fridge. So I had to pull the fridge out.
Oh,
It was
vile,
like
innit?
war. I mean, you talked about your mate in the hazmat suit covered
Yeah,
in shit.
you need that.
This was worse.
definitely.
And I had to pull the fridge out. And then because I'd done it, I was like, I can't just do half a job here. So I got
You
the
can.
Then I was scrubbing. No, I had to because I was like, if I put the fridge back now, I'll know. I've
You'll know
seen
it's
it now.
there.
Before, I was happily content without knowing it was that dusty and grimy.
Yeah. There's got to be some kind of horror, like Stephen King should write a horror like novel
Yeah.
about some creature that lives behind fridges
Oh,
in the
it's a
filth.
small one though, wouldn't it? Would be very
That's
terrifying.
small but mighty.
yeah. Oh.
That's horrible, isn't it? I only notice parts of my house when I know someone is coming round who perhaps I hold in high regard, or parents who are like going to notice things, and I'll start going, fucking hell, look at that, I've not cleaned behind there since we moved in.
Yeah, it's where you see one little. Sometimes you just see one little speck and wipe it and go, "What did you do that for? I'm gonna have to do it all now." And then that just starts a whole chain of events where
Chain of events.
you'd do something stupid, like decide to do the windows at 5 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, because
That's
you've started
just-
the job. You've opened Pandora's box. It's emptying the dishwasher for me is the job that gets the least reward, either from yourself or from your partner, because they don't notice it because it's all closed anyway. And
We
it's
don't
all
have a
clean.
dishwasher.
You don't have a dishwasher,
No.
right? Well,
Please give everyone.
Please, we're going to start a GoFundMe page
for
for
me.
Kate, for Kate's dishwasher.
Yeah.
A lot of people do stuff for charity, but we're not.
No,
We're going to do stuff for.
we're just gonna donate for my dishwasher. That sounds like a. I don't want a dishwasher. We haven't got the space. You really must know.
No, you don't need one, really.
I prefer it by hand. Hey.
Now that is a euphemism. That's one of the oldest euphemisms in the book. We're also going to have a whip round for that. Whip round sounds like a euphemism
Yeah.
as well. Send us your best non-euphemism euphemisms to... we should get an email address set up, really, shouldn't we?
We should, yeah.
We haven't yet, so let's put that on ice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to just hopefully having like a week of just, I don't know.
Not drinking.
The thing is, when I've got the beer fear, I make all these promises to myself that I never keep. Like, I'm going to not drink this week. That's the first
I'm
promise
going
I
to go
break.
jogging every day this week.
I'm going to do meditation.
I'm not going to eat bread.
I'm just going
Yeah.
to stay on the straight and narrow and watch positive things.
I'm going to drink loads of water.
Loads of water. The thing is, if you drink loads of water, you just piss everywhere, don't you? Not everywhere.
Well, I know. No, I'm like an 86-year-old woman. No disrespect to 86-year-old women.
I've got a little bit of disrespect for 86-year-old women.
I don't wanna know
a lot
why
of them
that
are.
is.
A lot of them are racist. But then we all are when we're old. I'm looking forward to being old and racist. Just needing away every 5
I'm not
seconds.
looking forward to be old.
No.
No, I just... No offence to old people again, but I just see old people and go, I don't want to be that pathetic.
I don't think anyone really enjoys it. But I suppose the alternative is worse, isn't it?
Go out
death.
on a high.
Maybe. Go out. You know.
That sounds morbid.
It
Life
does.
is a gift to everybody,
Life is
but I'm vain and I don't want to be old and pathetic and doddery. I've got a sore knee as it is. We're already on a downward slide.
I've got a sore knee, and it's only natural the Parkinson will be next.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Kate and the sore knee? Or it developed into something very
It
serious.
was a gateway ailment.
Gateway injury. Yeah, before I knew it, she had a sore leg. And then a
Then
shin.
she was like Grandpa Joe and Grandma Josephine. Didn't leave her bed ever again. That sounds all right, actually.
It does sound all right, doesn't it, staying in bed? I've got a couple of mates who've had COVID and just said, I had to stay away from the kids and the wife for like a week and a half. It's like, that sounds amazing. You know, as long as you get brought food and you can watch Netflix.
Have you ever been sick enough to have to take to your bed?
Yeah. But not for ages. I don't get sick that often. I think I had alcohol poisoning when I was a student. I was about 22 and I remember staying in bed for a week and I couldn't move.
With alcohol poisoning?
Yeah, it was horrendous. Worst illness I've ever had.
Mick's mate got it, alcohol poisoning, on his own stag do in Malia, and they'd gone for a week, and I think he got it on like day 2. So all the other lads just had a ball, and he was just
without
like
him?
shivering in bed.
Oh
for
no,
the whole
that's
week.
horrible. A week-long stag do though, that's kind of... he
That's
deserves
old school.
That is old school.
People don't have week-long stag do's or hen do's.
You stag do and your hen do shouldn't be longer than the honeymoon.
Oh, Nick, I can't say this. Somebody I know had a joint stag and hen.
Oh, I've heard about that. I'm not
I'm on board with that at all.
This is where it starts to turn into me dad. I'm like, well, the world's gone mad. That's
I'm
ridiculous.
all for, like, you know, change can be a good thing, but not that.
No. Well, it might be interesting to swap it up and just put the white, you know, the woman with the men and the men with the... That'd end badly, wouldn't it? There'd be all
No,
sorts
I
of...
think Mick wouldn't mind that. Being with, he gets on with my mates quite well, so
But you don't have a joint.
no.
You don't have a joint.
That's what the wedding's for.
Where are we going? Well, we're going to start off in a library. Then we're going to do some
Who's
games.
going to a library?
I
You
don't
saying
know.
women go to libraries?
I don't know.
On a hen do?
Yeah, not at all.
That doesn't
I
happen.
don't know what I'm talking about, do I? Would you like to be a hen do planner? I think you could plan an awesome hen do for people.
No, I just want to go on them. I don't want any responsibility. I
Maybe-
just want to go and party.
But maybe your job could be like the party vibesman. Vibes woman, sorry.
I'm the anti-knobhead woman. I'll be the one I'll be the one, but I'm stupid when I'm out. I'm like, let's all have shots for the bar. Let's
Yeah.
have a game of Chase the Ace around this whole entire pub. I just shouldn't be allowed out sometimes. It's just...
Are you the one where people are saying, how do you know Kate? And like, I don't, you know, I don't. She just keeps turning up.
Yeah, no,
Like
no.
hen
I'm the one who gets up the next morning on a weekend hen do at 8:30 and has a pint of lager for me breakfast. And they're just like, you literally went to bed half an hour ago. What is the matter with you?
Oh, yeah, but
And I don't know. I feel like that's something I managed to stick to.
we're here for a good time, not a long time.
I'm definitely not here for a long time when I'm having pints of lager for me breakfast.
Shaking like a shitting dog. Anyway, we're not going to drink this week. We'll tell you next week how we got on.
Yeah, we'll tune in next week for our smug sobriety
Oh,
stories.
yeah, that's not going to happen. This is going to be the worst cliffhanger ever because I'm probably... In fact, I'm going to someone's birthday on Saturday, so
Yeah.
I'm going to get absolutely leathered. And I'm going out on Friday, so this is already fucked, innit?
And if any of you see us out drinking, don't grass.
No, keep...
Snitches get stitches.
Yeah, or end up in ditches. Bitches. Thanks for listening, folks.
Yeah, thanks for listening to our freestyling.
I think out of all the audiences we've had, this has been the nicest, hasn't it?
Oh, the best looking.
The best looking. You look great. You don't look your age.
No.
Have you been working out? Have you been drinking lots of water? Because that's what we're going to be doing this week.
Stop flirting with the audience, Sam.
Hello.
Hello.
I know, that was so, like, not even smarmy, just pathetic, wasn't it? That's the worst thing when you get to an age when you can't even be smarmy. You just sound ridiculous.
That's another thing. You get to an age where it's no longer possible to be sexy.
That is true. And I think I'm at that age.
I don't think I ever hit that age, to be honest.
I think when I peaked, that was on that Thursday afternoon in lockdown 1.
Yeah.
That was me sexy moment.
She's scared. Boys were clean.
Oh, look at him.
Wow.
Speaking of which, see you soon, folks.
Bye.